The University of Oregon in Eugene is the home of chemists, philosophers, and athletes. And they all have one thing in common. They want to teach you a thing or two.
A university built not just on where we've been, but where we're going. We are Oregon.
Hello, and welcome to the introduction opening session. My name is Cora Bennett. I'm the Director of Student Orientation Programs here at the University of Oregon, and it's such a pleasure to welcome you here today. I love welcoming new students and their family members to our community, my community, a community full of just wonderful ducks, and I'm so glad that you're here with us today. We're here today virtually because of the COVID-19 pandemic, which has changed our way of life for the last few months. It's important, though, that we acknowledge other events that have impacted our lives. The recent killing of George Floyd, Breonna Taylor, and Ahmaud Arbery, and the nationwide protests and rallies demonstrating the nation address systematic racism and oppressive policies. We believe that as individuals and as a university, we have the opportunity to be important voices for positive change. We are continuing to work to make our own campus a more equitable and diverse university. We are serving the public through inclusive higher education and can influence our city and state through research and advocacy for change. Because Black Lives Matter, we will continue to reflect and assess on whether we are a place where equity is real and see that we take action when it is not, and that all students, faculty, and staff live and learn in a just, safe, and healthy community that promotes student success for all. Even today, we are reckoning with decisions made long ago, meant to honor people seen as remarkable to Oregon's history. What we know now about many of these people and symbols is that they are a painful daily reminder to many on our campus and in our community of the violence, erasure, and racism endemic in our history. Just a few hours ago, the university's Board of Trustees voted to dename our oldest building, Deedy Hall. The building was named after Matthew Deedy, who presided over Oregon's Constitutional Convention, where he successfully advocated for a clause excluding Black Americans from residing in Oregon. Now, too, we grapple with the existence and removal of statues that once honored white pioneers who settled in Oregon, which is a painful and traumatic daily reminder of the violence inflicted on Indigenous inhabitants of Oregon. The University of Oregon is located on Kalapuya Ilihi, the traditional homelands of the Kalapuya people. Following treaties between 1851 and 1855, Kalapuya people were dispossessed of their indigenous homeland by the United States government and forcibly removed to the Coast Reservation in Western Oregon. Today, their descendants are citizens of the Confederated Tribes of Grand Ronde, Community of Oregon, and the Confederated Tribes of the Siletz Indians of Oregon. and continue to make important contributions in their communities and at the University of Oregon, and of course across Oregon. Please take a moment to reflect on what this means for you in your time at the University of Oregon. We are here today to officially kick off your introduction journey. I'm happy to welcome you all, students and family members, to our Duck family. You are all Ducks now. For you new students watching, I'm so proud of you. In the last few months, you have been in a unique path as you completed high school in a remote format. Then you graduated that huge accomplishment in a way that you probably never imagined that you would do. And now you have made it here to the first part of introduction, where your college experience truly begins. To the parents and family members and all of your student support systems who are joining us, welcome to our Duck family. It doesn't matter to me where you went to college if you went to college. Now that your student is a Duck, you're a Duck too. This is a big moment for you as well, because the student that you have helped raise and support all these years is about to leave the nest. Whether it's the first student that you're sending off to college or you're about to be an empty nester, this is an exciting and emotional moment for you as well. I am thrilled that you're here to learn with us alongside your student as you both prepare for this next chapter of your lives. Our program today will include a variety of special guests across campus, including Mike Schill, the president of the University of Oregon, as well as Roger Thompson, our vice president for student services and enrollment management. I will introduce you to our student orientation staff, and of course our acting assistant director for orientation programs, Katy Hamilton. You'll meet her too. We call our orientation staff SOSers, so get used to that nomenclature while you're with us this summer. They've each prepared a fun introduction for you so that you can start to learn more about them and the University of Oregon. We will also provide an overview of the entire schedule of the summer, going into more in depth into detail about flock meetings, faculty perspectives, interest sessions, and the steps that you'll need to take to complete academic advising and registration for the summer. Finally, we'll provide you with lots of next steps about what you need to know and what you can expect after today's program. Throughout the program, we'll have students and staff answering questions in our Q&A, or if you're a parent or family member joining us on the Facebook Live, we have students and staff members in there answering questions as well. We'll do our very best to get to all of your questions today. And I do know that our program is very detailed, so many of the questions that you're thinking about right now, we will address throughout the program. So do keep those questions coming, but also listen very carefully. And remember that our Q&A is a place of respect, so please keep your questions and comments respectful. I'm happy to introduce right now Katy Hamilton, our acting assistant director here in student orientation programs. Hi, Katy.
Hi, Cora. Thanks for giving us that introduction. I do. I have so many things to share. But first off, I just want to add that I'm just as happy as Cora to welcome you all here today. Our team has been working really, really hard these past few months to adapt Introduction into this virtual platform that you're experiencing right now. And throughout the planning process, our primary goal has been to create virtual events that will still provide the meaningful moments that you would have experienced if you were actually on campus with us. So we're working really hard to still make it as meaningful as possible. As Cora mentioned, later in the program, we will talk more specifically about those moments that we're planning to create for you. But first, I want to take some time to share the expectations that I have for the incoming class. So I'm talking to you students. So Introduction, like college itself, is what you make of it. So if you want to make the most out of your college orientation, you must be willing to be all in. So students, I need you to stay engaged during every single virtual event that we have this summer. I need you all to listen intently to the current students, faculty, and staff who will be providing critical advice and resources. I need you all to ask the tough questions and make sure you get the answers that you need before you actually start in the fall. And most importantly, I need you to take your cool kid hat off. All right? Be silly. Take that cool kid hat off and know that this isn't high school anymore. There's no reason whatsoever for you to pretend to be like something you're not. There's no cliques, there's no drama. In fact, college is the perfect time for you to embrace who you really are. You get to pick your friends, you get to decide how you're going to spend your time, and you get to prioritize your values. So don't be afraid to take that cool kid hat off and be silly and be vulnerable and just lean into what we're doing. Students, I really do encourage you to commit to making the most out of IntroDUCction these next few months. Because if you do, I know that you will find a sense of community with people in your incoming class. You will also build a strong toolkit of knowledge and resources that will help you be a successful student. If you're all in, you'll also find a reassurance that you are a duck because you deserve to be a duck. I cannot stress this enough. Every single one of you is a valued member of our community, and the hard work that you have put in to get here today has not gone unnoticed. So when you fully embrace what we have in store for you this summer, you will have the confidence that you need to smoothly transition into your new home in Eugene, Oregon. So Cora, what should parents and family members expect to get out of IntroDUCction?
Well, there's quite a bit, but first I want to acknowledge that many of you supporting a new student here today are not strictly their parent. You may be a grandparent, a guardian, a sibling, an aunt or an uncle, a teacher, or a foster parent even. What's important is that you're a trusted advisor and a mentor for a new duck. Research tells us that your involvement will help your students stay on track and graduate on time at higher rates than those students that do not have a strong support at home. Parents and family members and support systems, if you make the most out of IntroDUCction, this is what we think that you'll get. A sense of community with one another. We are hosting optional events for you to connect with each other and build lasting relationships. Through parent and family specific programming, you'll gain a toolkit to help your student be successful and learn how to be a good coach of a college student. You'll be reassured, hopefully, that your student has made the right decision in higher education. We think that they have excellent taste in higher education, and we want you to think that too. You'll feel confident in our faculty and our staff who work every day to create a safe, healthy, and inclusive learning environment for your student. I want you to meet the people who are doing that. So we have a ton of people who will present to you over the course of the summer, and I want you to meet them so that you have a good idea of who's here caring for your student while they're here at the University of Oregon. I want you to be excited to send your duck to the U of O. In fact, I want you to be deeply jealous that they're coming here and you're not. Unless you want to apply for admission, we are still taking applications for admission. And so if you do that, please invite me to the dinner table when you announce to your student that you'll be joining them this fall in Eugene at the University of Oregon. I'm sure that will be a fun evening. I want you to have a lot of confidence that your student will be happy and successful here. And I want to make sure that we have time to turn things over to Katy, who's going to start by introducing you to our student orientation staff.
Perfect. Yes, I have the great pleasure of introducing you to our student orientation staff, which remember we call them SOSers for short. So our student orientation staff are current students who help mentor you as incoming students. I'm a little biased, but we have a really awesome group of current students on our team that really embody what it means to be a duck. So we call them SOSers for short, and they have gone through hours and hours of training to be prepared for this summer. And their main job is going to be to lead small groups of incoming students with a weekly meeting that includes fun activities and conversations related to life at the UO. We'll talk a little bit more about those flock meetings a little bit later in the program. But yes, we do love our duck puns, and we just couldn't help ourselves, so we called them flocks. Remember, we're taking our cool kid hats off and we're being silly, we're embracing it, so flocks it is. Now, each flock will have about 20 incoming students and one fantastic SOSer. So without further ado, I'd like to introduce our first batch of SOSers.
Hi y'all, my name's Macy. I'm from San Jose, California, and I use pronouns she, her, and hers. I'm a fourth year here at the University of Oregon, pursuing a bachelor's in communication disorders and sciences and double minoring in anthropology and special education. Here at UO, I also work as a student director for substance abuse prevention education and work with the Office of the Dean of Students to provide resources to those in need. I enjoy being a peer educator because I'm able to educate others on how to safely use or engage in an environment around substances. Pretty cool.
What's up, everyone? My name is Lauren Lilly. I use pronouns she, her, hers, and I am from Tustin, California. I am a second-year student majoring in political science and minoring in public policy, planning, and management on a pre-law track. One of my favorite things about the U of O are the various student involvement opportunities. If at any point during orientation you feel like you'd enjoy being on an awesome team like ours, tell your SOSer. It's our job to help you get involved.
Hi, my name is Ashley. I use she, her, hers pronouns, and I'm going to be entering my second year at the University of Oregon. I am from Newburgh, Oregon. My major is business administration with a minor in legal studies. When I have free time, I enjoy hanging out with my fellow Latinx friends.
Jaden, and I use she, her, hers pronouns. I'm from Gladstone, Oregon, and I'm a second-year student. I'm majoring in political science with a double minor in legal studies and writing, public speaking, and critical reasoning. One of my favorite resources around campus is the student-led club, the English Undergrad Organization. It helps to connect English majors and minors across campus to each other and other professors. Plus, we always have fun English-based parties with pizza.
Hey everybody, my name is Julia. My pronouns are she, her, hers. I am a third-year sociology major with an ethnic studies minor from Oakland, California. And my favorite thing about the University of Oregon is definitely our school spirit and how it brings all University of Oregon students together. From athletic events to walking around campus, green and yellow are everywhere, and it makes me so happy to be a Duck.
Hey there, my name is Will. I'm from Davis, California. I'm a second-year student majoring in political science and geography, and my pronouns are he, him, and his. For fun, I like to erg at MacArthur Court and row on Dexter Reservoir with a club rowing team, which also happens to be the oldest club sports team here on campus.
Hi, my name is Sabrina Schimscheimer. I'm from Anchorage, Alaska. My pronouns are she, her, hers, and I'm a double major in planning, public policy, and management and economics. And I look forward to seeing you all in the fall.
Hey everyone, my name is Alicia and I use she, her, hers pronouns. I'm a third-year human physiology major from Yakima, Washington. Through Greek Life on Campus, I'm involved in Greeks Go Green. It's an organization that helps promote sustainability amongst Greek life and throughout campus. Opportunities like this give student groups the opportunity to learn together and make important change.
Hey, my name is James and I use he, him, his pronouns. I'm a business administration major with a computer information sciences minor. I'm a first-year student from the Dalles, Oregon. What makes me proud to be a Duck is an initiative that the UO takes when it comes to sexual violence prevention and awareness through student-led education.
Hey everybody, my name is Riley and I'm a second-year student. I'm from beautiful Chico, California and use pronouns he, him, and his. I am proud to be part of the Robert D. Clark's Honors College and Lundquist College of Business, majoring in business administration and minoring in economics. One of my favorite parts about the University of Oregon is the variety of organized student life opportunities. With 40 club sports and over 240 clubs and organizations, students can easily connect with their fellow Ducks that share their same interests. If you don't find a club for you on campus, you can always create your own.
Hello fellow students, I'm Evie. I use he, him, his pronouns. I'm a second year here at the U of O. I'm from Spartanburg, South Carolina. And one of my favorite things about the U of O are the countless intramural sports that you can play through the Student Recreation Center. From soccer to canoe battleship, everyone can find a thing for them.
Hey, I'm Sophia and I'll be going into my second year at the University of Oregon in the fall. I grew up in Corrales, Oregon and am majoring in psychology and pursuing minors in biology, German, and Spanish. One of my favorite things about our campus is that it's surrounded by running trails, like Priest Trail, which is named after UO alum Steve Prefontaine, and it's located just across the river from campus. It's really nice living in Tracktown where nature and running are so abundant year-round.
Hi everyone, my name is Lindsay and I'm a second-year student double majoring in religious studies and psychology. I'm from Portland, Oregon, and my pronouns are she, her, and hers. One thing that I love about the University of Oregon is that they have many opportunities for students to get involved in leadership, whether that be in hall government, the Associated Students of the University of Oregon, the Residence Hall Association, or many other student groups on campus.
Hello, my name is Jay. My pronouns are he, him, and his. I'm from San Diego, California, and I'm a third-year student at the University of Oregon pursuing a double major in journalism and cinema studies. One of my favorite resources on campus is the Student Recreation Center. It offers such a wide variety of classes that can be taken for credit or non-credit, and it's also a great place to exercise and relieve some stress on campus.
So you've had a chance to meet the first part of our student orientation staff, and they're really excited to welcome you this summer. I'm really pleased now to be able to introduce you to the university's president, Michael Schill. President Schill took the helm as the 18th president of the University of Oregon in July 2015, coming to the UO from serving as the Dean of Law at the University of Chicago. President Schill is a nationally renowned expert in property, real estate, and housing law, and he once told me that his interest in the issues of low-income housing, urban development and policy, and the issues of gentrification was incubated in a class in college where he took a class from a faculty member who challenged him to do a project, and then that faculty member served as a mentor. One of the experiences that we certainly hope that you'll have here at the University of Oregon. Please welcome University President and Professor of Law, Michael Schill.
Thank you, Cora, and welcome everyone. Introduction is really one of my favorite parts of the year because we get a chance to connect with you, tell you a little bit about the university, and really prepare you for what's going to be probably the most exciting time of your life. Now, many of you are experiencing a bit of uncertainty. You all have a unique history behind you, and you'll always remember this time. You've had to show quite a bit of resilience and determination to get to the University of Oregon, and now that you're here, we are not going to let you slip between the cracks. We're not going to let you fall in any way. We want to buoy you up and give you a great education as well as a great experience. Now, this coming fall, as all of you know, there's a bunch of uncertainty out there. What we are counting on, though, is that we'll be on campus, and we want all of you to be joining us in a residential living environment. We have great education in store for you, and we will see how the quarter progresses, but we will have all sorts of things available to you, like clubs and sports and great education, and also great mentoring. And so that is really important. One of the things that Cora said a moment ago is she mentioned my mentor in college and how he changed my life. And one of the great things about the University of Oregon, and I'm sure that's one of the reasons why you decided to come here, is we're that perfect size university. We're not a huge public university. We're small, but we're also not so small that you don't get everything that you want out of a college experience. We're just right, and we want you to experience that. Our faculty, our programs, our degree programs, our co-curricular activities, our athletics, our arts, all of which are top-notch. And then when you combine it with our location, halfway, an hour and a half to get to the mountains, an hour to get to the ocean. We're in a safe community. It's just really the ideal place to go to college. And I want all of you to experience that. And we are deeply committed, particularly in a day like the time that we're in, to safety first. So for those of you who have parents watching, and those of you who don't, we are committed to opening this fall, giving you a great education, but also making sure that to the best of our abilities that you're safe and able to really take advantage of all that the University of Oregon has to offer. We're also deeply committed, particularly in these days following the events that have occurred in our nation, that we want to address systemic racism, and we want to ensure that our students are safe, healthy, and have all of the resources that they need to succeed at the University of Oregon. Because I know when I spend a lot of my time walking around campus, talking to students, and I always find students who tell me that they are just so happy they came here, because basically the University of Oregon has the whole package. And I am really looking forward this next fall to be able to greet you all, to be able to hear your views, and really see how the University of Oregon is transforming you. So look forward to seeing you. Enjoy introduction, learn a ton, and then also during the course of this, you'll probably learn how to make the O and say, "Go Ducks." Thank you, Cora.
Thank you, President Schill. Katy and I are about to do a deep dive into this summer schedule. But first I want to acknowledge that for the first time ever, Introduction is open to students who have yet to commit to the University of Oregon. We know that some of you out there are still thinking about where you're going to go to school because we extended our decision day until September 1. And we want you to know that one of the really important parts of Introduction will be getting to know your new classmates and establishing that community. And we think that once you get to know your new peers and the University of Oregon, that there's no other place that you'll want to be. We did this, we invited you because of COVID. Many of you were not able to visit the University of Oregon and you're still scoping things out. And we want to make sure that you have a chance to really get to know us and what a genuinely great community this is. I hope that Introduction will convince you, and I believe very strongly that this community will do that and that you'll want to be here in the fall, as President Schill said, in person, in the residence halls, and really thriving as a duck. So now, we will take this opportunity, this moment that you've been waiting for, and going to talk very specifically about the schedule for this summer. This summer, we're doing things a little bit different. Most other colleges and universities are asking their students to sit down in front of a computer for a couple of days at a time or going through a number of modules, and that's not who we are. That's not in our DNA. It would have been easier for us to do that, but again, we don't always choose the easy way here at the University of Oregon with pre-recorded videos and watching these things in modules. We aren't necessarily into easy things. We also know that you don't necessarily want to sit for hours on end, day after day, and listen to people talk at you for 2 or 3 days at a time. We think that's boring too. Introduction will be offered remotely over the course of the summer, with the final pieces to occur in person after students move into the residence halls. For now, we don't have specifics about the in-person pieces of Introduction. The details for move-in are still being finalized, and we just want you to hang on to that right now. It's not that we're not trying to give you those details, but we can't act in isolation. We are a member of the city of Eugene, we are part of the state of Oregon, and we want to make sure that we are doing things the right way as Oregon health authorities and Lane County are helping us make those decisions. And so as soon as we know what move-in will look like and in-person activities will look like, we will make sure that we get that information to you and to your family members so that you know exactly what's going on as soon as we know. If you're curious about what's known in regard to move-in so far, I would encourage you to check out episode 2 of our Flock Talk podcast. We do have a podcast, and you can access that through any of the podcast platforms that you're familiar with. You can go onto Spotify. You can also go onto our website and get those episodes and listen to them directly from your computer. But as we have details about move-in and in-person introduction, week of welcome activities, we will share those with you as soon as we have them. For today, we will be sharing the framework for how virtual introduction will occur during July, August, and early September. Descriptions for all our remote events, as well as information about how to connect and watch each event, will be shared in a weekly email that we send you. It's called a Quick Quack. Quick Quack. Okay, so if you're not already tired of the duck puns, buckle your seatbelts. We've got plenty of them for you. You will get Quick Quacks each week while you're a student at the University of Oregon. Quick Quacks include information about events and happenings around campus for that week. To get you used to this fun platform, we will use this very similar structure over the course of the summer. So make sure every Sunday that you're checking your @UOregon email address. Again, that's where you will get these emails. So make sure that you learn how to check that email address. And we will send you those each week throughout the summer. We will also send those to your parents and family members who you have registered for Introduction. So they will also get weekly emails and information about how to connect with our programming.
Thanks, Cora. So now I'm going to talk specifically with you all about the student-only programming that we're going to be offering virtually this summer. So first off, flock meetings, which we've already alluded to a couple times already. And now we can tell you a little bit more. So flock meetings are required for students. It's really important to remember that all flock meetings are required. And guess what? Parents and family members are not invited. This is a student-only space. Each flock meeting will be about 1 hour long and will occur on a weekly basis for a total of 8 weeks. So that means students have 8 flock meetings that they are going to attend. The first meeting is going to start the week of July 6th. So not next week, but the week after. So these flock meetings will occur on either a Monday, Tuesday, or a Wednesday, depending on the specific flock that you've been assigned to. So right now, our team is checking out all of your availability that you provided during the registration process in order to set up and assign those flock meetings. So we can't tell you the exact time and date of your flock meeting today because registration just closed a couple days ago. We're working on it right now, and we plan to share your exact flock meeting date and time with you on Monday, June 29th. So just in a couple days, you should check your @UOregon email for an email from your SOSer with your flock meeting date and time. That email is going to tell you a little bit more about who your SOSer is, as well as it's going to share your SOSer's phone number so you can text them. So that's going to be a great way to stay in touch with your SOSer throughout the summer. So once again, keep a close eye on your @UOregon email this Monday, June 29th, for the exact flock date and time. Now, another student-specific program that we're offering this summer is identity-based roundtables. Flock meetings are a great way for students to build relationships with one another, but we also recognize that students might want to build connections with each other based on shared identities that they hold. So these roundtables are completely optional, and they're going to be a great opportunity for students to connect with each other, as well as hear advice from current staff, faculty, and students on our campus. We're holding 8 different roundtables, so lots of different variety. Some of those will include a space for students that are the first in their family to attend or to earn a 4-year bachelor's degree, what's also known as a first-generation college student. We're also going to have a roundtable for international students. We're going to have one for students who identify as Black or African American, as well as Latinx students, Native American and Indigenous students, students who identify as Asian, Desi, or Pacific Islander. We'll have a roundtable for LGBTQIA students. And finally, we'll have a roundtable for students in the Clark Honors College. So a lot of different options for you all to choose from. The nice thing is that none of these roundtables are going to be happening at the same time. So as I was listing those out, you might have said, oh, I want to go to 2 or 3 of those. Don't worry, none of them are happening at the same time, so students can attend any and all that they want to. We're also making sure that those roundtables don't happen during your flock meetings. So they're not going to happen during those required flock meetings, so you feel like you have to choose between the 2. They're going to be completely separate times, and we're making sure that nothing conflicts in our schedule. A couple of them are going to be open to parents and family members as well, but for the most part, this is kind of a student-only space.
Well, speaking of parents and families, the rest of our remote programming is open to everyone. So parents and family members, as you're listening to this, know that faculty perspectives, we wanted to make sure that you have a chance to see what those are all about, as well as our interest sessions. But speaking of faculty perspectives, we want and need to provide our students and their families with vital information about the university, from what kind of academic programs we have to the tons of resources and programs that we have to help students succeed. Each week on Thursdays, we will broadcast live 5 faculty perspectives. These are mini lectures from faculty all over campus. So from music to physics and business to psychology, there will be 40 of these. So you can pick and choose which ones you'd like to go to. Students, you can attend as many as you want, and so can parents and families. Now, students will join us through Zoom, and parents and family members will join us through the Parent and Family Facebook page or on YouTube for these. You can also watch these after the fact if you're not able to join us live. Students, we are asking you to pick 10 of these faculty perspectives to join us for. Our team will track attendance for these to ensure that each student completes the required 10. And faculty perspectives are a great taste for the academic life at the University of Oregon, allowing you to learn from various professors in a variety of disciplines and before you even set foot on campus. So if you're exploring a major or you're maybe exploring what major to pursue, this is a great way for you to check out something that you think you might be interested in or has always caused you to be a little bit more curious. This is a great way to sort of dip your toe in the water for any particular academic discipline. When it comes to the interest sessions, these will be done on Fridays. And every Friday, we will be offering anywhere between 3 and 5 of our interest sessions for students and family members. Again, everybody has access to these, and students will join us in the Zoom platform, and parents and family members will join us in the Parent-Family Facebook page. Why do we do this? This is so that students have a private and protected place to ask their questions, and parents and family members have a private and protected space to ask their questions as well. I've been doing orientation now for 20 years, and I have seen a number of times a parent or family member ask me a question in front of their student. And I've seen reactions that might include eye rolls or heavy sighs or any number of things. We want you not to be embarrassed by the questions that you have, and we want you to feel free to ask those questions in a space that the experts live. So students will be able to ask their questions of other students, and parents and family members will have a chance to ask their questions of some of our faculty and staff who are experts in those fields. But when it comes to those interest sessions, we know that you want to know about housing, the health center, the counseling center. We know that you want to know about getting involved or study abroad. We know you have questions about financial aid and scholarships, or who's sending the bills to whom and when and how do I pay the bill. We know that you have all of those questions, and we are prepared to answer all of those things for you over the course of the summer on Fridays through our interest sessions. So we have more than 30 of these that we're offering, and we're asking students to choose 8 of those. So just like our faculty perspectives, we will track your attendance and make sure you meet this requirement. Parents and family members, again, you can attend any and all of the interest sessions as well. And we have a few that are specific to you. So we want you to know that a number of our interest sessions on Fridays will be earmarked for parents and family members specifically. So what are we going to do after that? So after this opening session, as I mentioned, we will make sure that we are answering questions in both platforms. We'll have experts in both places to answer your questions, and we'll be doing each of these live. So we'll be taking questions and answering them live on camera as well. So please make sure that as you're in there, as you're paying attention, as questions come up, that you're asking us, because we want to make sure that you don't leave introduction this summer with a question unanswered. I'm going to turn things back to Katy.
Perfect. Yeah, so far we've talked about flock meetings, faculty perspectives, and interest sessions. For students, remember those flock meetings are required, and then Cora shared those exact numbers for the required interest sessions, which is 8, and then faculty perspectives is 10. But now I'm going to talk about the optional programming that we're doing. So these are just for fun, totally not required, but if you want to stay engaged with us, learn a little bit more about our community, and once again, build those relationships with your incoming peers to the U of O, these are going to be great opportunities for you to opt into. So the first one is our group fitness classes. So if you're like me, you like to stay active, especially in the summertime, and maybe you want to learn a little bit more about our campus recreation center, then you can join us live every Saturday in July and August for an 11 a.m. Pacific time introduction group fitness class hosted by our campus recreation center staff. So that's going to be live on our YouTube channel for you to watch. It's open to students as well as parents and family members. So anyone in the family can get together and stay active with one another. We are also going to record those group fitness classes. So if you're not able to attend at 11 a.m. Pacific time, that's okay. They'll be available afterwards. So another one of our optional programs that we're offering is called Proud to be a Duck. So we know that June is Pride Month, and a lot of Pride events across the country have been canceled due to COVID. And we thought, let's provide a space for students who are in the LGBTQIA community and want to celebrate and be proud. And so we're going to offer this session for students and their families if they'd like to attend. We have current students and staff across campus who are going to talk more about the LGBTQIA community and the student experience on campus. And I'm really excited about this. We have a special lip sync performance at the very end that you're not going to want to miss. Proud to be a Duck will also be on our YouTube page live. All right, those are the two we have for sure, but we have a lot more community development in store that we're still working through, we're still planning. We don't have all the logistics worked out yet, but they're gonna happen. None of them will be required. They'll simply be an opportunity to stay engaged with us throughout the summer and to get more connected to your Duck community. So we'll share those on our website and in those weekly Quick Quack emails that Cora mentioned every week so that you can still be in the know and you know what's coming up and you won't miss anything. All right, you probably need a break from listening to Cora and I because we just talked for a while. So we're going to share our next batch of SOSers.
Hi, my name is Marissa. I'm from Springfield, Oregon, and I use she, her, and her pronouns. I'm going into my 4th and final year at the University of Oregon with a double major in cultural anthropology and Indigenous race and ethnic studies. My favorite way to spend my free time at UO is by being the co-music director of the all-women identified a cappella group, Divisi, which actually inspired the movie Pitch Perfect.
Hi, I'm Kenny, and I use he, him, his pronouns. I'm a second-year student from Portland, Oregon, majoring in human physiology with a minor in cello performance. Something that I'm involved in at the University of Oregon is photographing for the Align Fashion magazine, showcasing the diverse individuals found on campus. There are plenty of other publications on campus where students have the opportunity to showcase their talents in art and journalism.
Hi there, my name is Derek and I use he, him, his pronouns. I'm a second-year sociology and psychology major and I'm from the small town of Sandy, Oregon. What makes me most proud to be a Duck is our commitment to make sure that our students are being taken care of. With the University Counseling Center on campus, students can receive all sorts of resources, training, and services that will help them stay happy and healthy on campus without paying out of pocket.
My name's Sydney. My pronouns are she, her, hers. I'm currently a junior with a major in art and a dual minor in business administration and multimedia, and I'm from Las Vegas, Nevada. I'm a member of our university's Camp Custom Chapter, which is an organization that helps provide a summer camp free of charge to children whose family has been affected by cancer. I'm proud to be a Duck because of awesome organizations like this that give back to the greater community.
Hey Ducks, my name is Maya and I use she, her, hers pronouns. I'm a second-year biology major in the Clark Honors College. At UO, I've been able to continue my passion for music as a member of top gospel singers. Students of varying levels of experience who are pursuing a non-music major have plenty of courses and ensembles to explore. Joining a class or club you otherwise wouldn't have been a part of is a great way to meet new people and have a great experience. Go Ducks!
Hi everyone, my name is Ivy and my pronouns are she, her, and hers. I'm a 4th-year student studying music and special education and I'm from Corvallis, Oregon. One of my favorite things about the University of Oregon are the many student employment opportunities. I work for Safe Ride, UO's sexual assault prevention shuttle, and really enjoy doing direct activism while gaining leadership and work experience.
Hello, my name is Nate. I use he, him, his pronouns. I am a 3rd-year student from Clasconi, Oregon, studying journalism. My favorite involvement at the UO is being a part of the housing department as a resident assistant. I love being able to help students through their first year of school and to plan events for the residents that help create a community on campus.
We have a few more SOSers to introduce to you later, but as a Vice President for Student Services and Enrollment Management, our next speaker oversees many of the departments and programs that you have already interacted with, like admissions and financial aid and scholarships, housing, orientation, and several others that will be part of your career as a student. Departments like the registrar, the health center, the counseling center. and of course financial aid and scholarships and housing that you'll be able to interact with over the course of your time as a student. Roger Thompson began his U of O career in 2010, returning to his native Oregon after serving in similar roles at other public institutions in Indiana and Alabama. Please welcome Roger Thompson, Vice President for Student Services and Enrollment Management. Hi, Roger.
Hey, Cora. How are you?
I'm good.
Good. It's great to see you. Hello, everybody. Welcome to IntroDUCKtion virtual style. I want to welcome all the students and parents that are watching and welcome you to the University of Oregon family. Congratulations on being admitted. We had over 28,000 applications this year for a freshman class that will be a little bit more than 4,000 students. So you were admitted during the most competitive admissions process we've ever had. So welcome to the University of Oregon family. And what does it mean to be part of the University of Oregon family? Well, it means that when you come to the University of Oregon, you're not 951-8792. We get to know you, who you are, what your goals are, what you aspire to do, what you dream about, and how can we help you grow and become the person that you wish to be. When I think about our students, I'm just so proud of them. You arrive on campus and it will be a little different this year. We recognize that. But one thing that doesn't change is the kind of community that you're joining. The president alluded to it. We're just the right size to enable you to find those opportunities, to dream and aspire and imagine who you wish to be. And our team is there to help you through every step of the way, whether it's in housing or academic advising or anywhere across campus, inside a classroom or outside a classroom. That's what we're really good at. And for those of you that had the opportunity to come visit the University of Oregon, you know how special the Pacific Northwest is. Oh my goodness, you're going to study, live, and recreate in a place that has amazing beauty, in an arboretum. It's incredible what we've got for you. Eugene is a great college town with a bit of a big city vibe. So whether it's arts, culture, theater, sports, athletics, music, whatever it is, we've got it here. And as I like to say, on campus, not long ago, Bruno Mars played Matthew Knight Arena. I hope that's good for the students. Families, I loved it when Elton John came, but students don't know Elton John that well. But we're really excited to welcome you to the University of Oregon. A couple things about this incoming class. You're going to be the most academically prepared freshman class we've ever had in the history of the University of Oregon. You've got the highest GPAs, the highest test scores, the most AP, IB, dual credit work we've ever seen. So congratulations. You're going to be a fantastic class academically. You're also going to be, for the 9th year in a row, the most diverse class we've ever welcomed to the University of Oregon. Diverse in terms of race and ethnicity, socioeconomic status, urban, rural, West Coast, East Coast, and everywhere in between. When you come to the University of Oregon, you join a community that has students from all 50 states and about 100 countries around the world. So welcome to the University of Oregon. Last message is specifically for our families. This has been a very difficult time, and I want to recognize the high school seniors who have had their senior year really disrupted by this pandemic. You lost out on special moments you've probably spent years looking forward to. And to the families, it's been difficult for you as you've navigated this last few months of the senior year. Thanks to all the people that are first responders, working in our communities, helping us not just in hospitals and healthcare, but across our entire community to help get us through the pandemic. And that's what I want families to know. When you come to the University of Oregon, we are prepared to help your student succeed and be successful. That's what we're here to do. And as a parent myself of college-age students, I know how this transition can be difficult, but please know we're here to help you, to get us through together these trying times. And that ranges from university health services that are provided from our division in the University Health Center to all of the other folks around campus that assist and help your students. So family members, please know we're here to help with the transition, both for your students and for you as family members. It's really my pleasure to welcome you to IntroDUCKtion. Can't wait to meet you all on campus when we start in the fall. And enjoy your introduction, and just know we can't wait for you to get here. So go Ducks, and back to you, Cora.
Thank you, Roger. For you students, we know that one of the final pieces of introduction that you have questions about are around advising and registration. And so I'm going to talk with you about that for just a few minutes. The final pieces of your introduction experience will be around advising and registration. In mid-July, we will open up a module for students to complete the first steps of advising. Your flock leader will help you log in and prepare you to complete the module and talk with you, and they'll also prepare you to talk, they'll also prepare you to talk with your advisor about the things that you have questions about, the things that you're interested in, your passions, your desire to do things like study abroad or have internships or jobs. We want you to be prepared, but we know that the advising appointment that you have is so critical to your UO journey. Your relationship with your academic advisor is critical to your success at the University of Oregon, and we want that to be a very positive first experience. So we want you to ensure that you're paying very close attention in that advising module, that you prepare a list of questions and things that you'd like to talk with your advisor about, and be open and honest about what your interests are, so that we can help guide you in the right way. Your academic advisor is an expert on the U of O degree and will help you stay on track. So make sure that you take advantage of that opportunity when you have it. During the course of the module, you'll be learning about the basics of a University of Oregon degree. We will ask you to demonstrate what you've learned a little bit, that you understand the University of Oregon degree. Also in that module, we will ask you to take your placements. So in math and language, you will be asked to complete a placement exam in order to give your advisor a lot of really good information about what classes they should advise you to take. Particularly, there are some majors that require you to take math, or if you're pursuing a Bachelor of Arts, you'll be required to pursue a language. Those are all conversations that you'll be having with your academic advisor. Once you complete that module, and beginning in early August, so not before early August, but also not before you complete that advising module, advisors will begin to reach out to you to invite you to set up your academic advising appointment. So around the 3rd of August, you'll begin to get emails from advisors around campus in your major department, or if you're an exploring student, you'll get an email from our advisors in Tyson Hall. Tyson is home to our college and career advising staff, and they want to connect you with the ways in which you can pursue a major down the road. So ensure that you complete that advising module. Make sure that you're keeping track of your email and that you're paying attention to that @UOregon email address. Ensure that you make an appointment with an academic advisor after you're invited to do so. Make sure you attend that advising appointment, which will be virtual like this. And then once you do all of those things, you'll be able to complete your fall schedule of classes in DuckWeb. So make sure that you pay attention to all those emails, all those communications, and above anything else, if you have questions about this process during the course of introduction, ask your flock leader. They are experts in the student experience, and they can help you navigate what is now a very large and complicated process to being a student. And we know that what that means for you. That's why they're here to help. And we want to make sure that you ask them the questions that you have. So I think it's important that at this point, we stop talking at you. We let you meet our final group of orientation leaders, our SOSers. And then we'll finish things up and answer any remaining questions that you might have, and we'll be done with the day. So please enjoy our last group of student orientation staff leaders.
Hi, my name is Poshman. I use she, her, hers pronouns. I am a second-year architecture student with a minor in interior architecture. I am from the sunny San Jose, California, and one of the things that makes me so proud to be a duck is on the main campus there are over 500 different types of trees and an abundant amount of green space to lounge and study on.
Hi everyone, my name is Veronica. My pronouns are she, her, hers. I am from Lincoln, California. I am a third-year student double majoring in Family and Human Services and Spanish with a minor in psychology. Through my involvement with the Holden Center for Leadership and Community Engagement, I have fallen in love with leadership development and empowering those around me to proudly call themselves leaders. I am especially interested in empowering Latinx students to be the change they want to see while at the University of Oregon.
Hi, my name is Paula and I use she, her, hers pronouns. I'm a sophomore studying advertising and Italian. I'm from Portland, Oregon, the best city in America. One involvement I have at UO is working at the Women's Center. I love to help folks who come in and build my knowledge on intersectional feminism. Come in for free printing, health supplies, and to say hi.
Howdy, my name is Jack, and I use he, him, his pronouns. I'm a third-year student from Tualatin, Oregon, majoring with Family Human Services and minoring in art. One of my favorite things about the University of Oregon is that there are so many opportunities to get outside and explore. I've been able to enjoy kayaking with the outdoor program and going up to Mount Bachelor with our UO snow team. But there are a lot of great options for students to find their own niche in this naturally beautiful state.
Hi, I'm Eleanor. I use she, her, hers pronouns, and I'm from Albany, Oregon. I'm a third-year journalism and Spanish student with a multimedia minor. One thing I love about the University of Oregon is our college radio station, KWVA 88.1 FM, which is located on the ground floor of the Herb Memorial Union and allows students to gain experience as a DJ.
Hi everyone, my name is Brenna, my pronouns are she, her, hers, and I'm a second-year cinema studies major. I'm from the funky small town of Estacada here in Oregon, and something I love at the UO are first-year interest groups. My experience last year with the FIG program helped me find other students who had similar interests to me and helped me find cool and unique opportunities within my major.
Hey y'all, my name is Harris. I use they, them, or he, him pronouns, and I'm from Corvallis, Oregon. I'm in my 4th year and a member of the Clark Honors College with a double major in history and cinema studies. One of my favorite places at the UO is the Chapman Library, which I believe is the quietest study spot on campus. There you can read all the past honors theses from Clark Honors College graduates, which I like to browse as inspiration for my own thesis, which I'll be defending this upcoming spring.
Hey everyone, my name is Annie. I use she, her, hers pronouns, and I am from the lovely city of Eugene, Oregon. I am a second-year public relations major with a minor in Japanese. One of my favorite parts of the University of Oregon is the Mills International Center. It's a fantastic place to learn and practice languages and a beautiful and inclusive place to hang out.
Hi, I'm Sophia. I'm a first-year environmental studies major from Westborough, Massachusetts, and my pronouns are they, them, theirs. One of my favorite communities I found on campus is QDISOC, the Queer, Trans, and Intersex Students of Color, a group that works on supporting students with intersecting marginalized identities throughout their college experience.
Hey there, I'm Alex, and I use they, them, theirs pronouns, and I'm from Tigard, Oregon. I'm a second-year student majoring in Family and Human Services with a minor in economics. My favorite thing to do on campus is watching movies with my friends Thursday nights at Ducks After Dark, a weekly event held in the Herb Memorial Union.
Hello, my name is Fausto. I use he, him, his pronouns. I am from Phoenix, Arizona, and I am a second-year student majoring in computer and information science. My favorite part about the University of Oregon is the Allen Price Science Commons and Research Library, which houses most of the UO's books related to the sciences. Where, as a CIS major, I am given the opportunity to learn and grow with fellow students in my majors and related disciplines.
Hi everyone, my name is Jocelyn. I am a third-year student, double majoring in political science and English with a minor in legal studies, and I'm from Beaverton, Oregon. My pronouns are she, her, hers, and one of my favorite spots on campus is the Center for Multicultural Academic Excellence, where students can stop by for a quick snack, get access to free printing, or make appointments with advisors, or drop in for tutoring.
Hi everyone, I hope enjoyed meeting all of our SOSer staff throughout the orientation opening session. I'm really looking forward to you getting to meet your orientation leader in your first flock meeting coming up. Now, I know that in the chat, a lot of you have been putting in questions, and our team has been working really hard to answer those questions as they come through. But one really common one that I just want to take a minute to address live before we wrap up our program is some of you might be concerned about being able to attend those weekly flock meetings if they conflict with maybe work schedules or other things that you have. So I just want to reiterate, we're doing our best to take the availability that you all provided us during the registration process, and we're going to do our best to make a flock meeting assignment for you based off of that availability. So once we share that flock meeting time with you next Monday, if for some reason you realize it doesn't work with you, you can reach out to our office directly. You'll see our contact information right there on the screen, and we can do our best to adapt and move some things around as need be. We know that this is really different than it has been in the past. Typically, you'd come to campus for introduction for 2 days, and we're only asking for 2 days of your time, and it's a little bit easier to take work off and just be present with us for 2 days. And so the fact that we're asking you to be present with us for 2 months and attend those weekly meetings can be a little bit challenging depending on your schedules. And so we're going to do our absolute best to be accommodating and move things around if need be, but know that we are going to prioritize the availability that you provided during that secondary registration process. We also are going to make this video available live. It's live right now. We're recording it, so it's going to be available afterwards. If you want to rewatch anything that we discussed, if you have further questions, this isn't the only time you get to see this. If you want to rewatch it later, we're going to make it available on our YouTube page. Okay, I have a couple final things that I want to talk about. I want to just remind you to check your @UOregon email on Monday specifically. That's when we're going to be sending you an email with your specific flock time and date on a weekly basis. And you'll meet your SOSer, so you'll actually know who out of the 33 students that you just saw is your SOSer. And you'll get their texting phone number as well. So if you have specific questions at any point in time, you can text them directly, and they'll be on the other side to answer those questions for you. Remember, I know we've reiterated this a lot throughout the program, but it's because it's really, really important. You need to check that @UOregon email on a daily basis. We want to make sure you don't miss a beat. And that's the main way we're going to be staying in touch with you. So please check it every single day. Even when you're a student, you're going to want to check that email every day. Don't forget that those quick quack emails are going to go out every Sunday to both students and parents and family members, and they're going to include all of the events for that week, so you know what's coming up in the following days and can kind of prepare ahead of time. Remember, students, all of the programming that you engage with over the summer is going to be in a Zoom platform, and parents and family members, you're always going to be joining us in the Parent and Family Facebook page. Cora also mentioned our Flock Talk podcast, which can be accessed to any platforms that you use to find your podcasts, like Spotify. It's on there. So Flock Talk is going to be something we come out with 2 episodes every week throughout the summer. This is another great way to stay in touch with us and to be in the know about what's going on and to hear from those campus partners, our faculty and our staff. Cora's going to be the host of all of those podcasts, and she's having great conversations with them, and you're going to hear them and learn more about their resources. We know that you have a lot of things going on this summer. Introduction is not the only thing. So just know that we're so happy that you're engaging with us and you're being as present as possible. We know it's a lot to take in and you might have a lot of questions. Do not hesitate to contact us. You can email us at orientation@uoregon.edu. You can call or text us at 541-346-1159. Someone from our team will be on the other end to answer your questions. We also have our website, which we're updating on a daily basis as things continue to progress. You can also subscribe to our YouTube channel, where we're going to include all of the recordings. So today's recording of the opening session, and then we're going to have recordings of all of those faculty perspectives and intersessions available afterwards. So subscribe right now so that you can get notifications of when we add more content. Most importantly, I mentioned that Flock Talk podcast, but you can see that there's a lot of different ways to stay in touch with us. We don't want you to feel like you're not getting the answers that you need. We don't want you to feel like you're not being heard. Just know that we're here. We're ready to answer your questions. Now, I've saved the best thing for last. I think you'll be pretty excited about this. The Duck has been putting together something pretty fun. You'll see him on the screen right now. We're going to be sending you something fun in the mail. It's a mystery item. It's a surprise. We can't tell you exactly what it is yet because we want it to be a surprise, but know that it's coming in your actual mailbox. So in addition to checking your email inbox, check your actual mailbox in the next coming weeks for something fun that our feathered friend has put together for you. I'm really excited for you to get it. All right, that's all the time that we have today, but thank you so much for taking time to engage with us during this opening session for introduction. I hope that you're just as excited as I am to start this adventure. And like I've said, it's very different than anything we've ever done in the past, but stick with us. I am convinced that you all are going to have an amazing experience if you stay engaged and have a positive attitude and make the most out of it. So stick with us, stay in touch, and most importantly, go Ducks!